Gachagua no ekuma thibitari na nituramuhoera na nitukwihoka ni ekuma thibitari. Igitio korwo nikio mwina bata nakio no muoe mungenda kuoya. Ona ndaturite deputy president. No tigana inake. Ari ekiria ndakio kinini ukuru-ini wake. Ni Gachagua na njira na tiremwe. Ana njira.
Semeni dynasty baya. Asara tawara. Na handu hago katugeria tukiuge ne tugithondeke thina uyu ri nigetha uguo roiga urenda guteithia ukimateithie na njira ya mari handu hago kakumaikiria matururu kuu ri umateithie na njira ya ndwitikire haha tucenjie mbeca cingihe na nigetha anake aya mahote guthoma na mahote kuona wira na nigetha magavana mao mahote kwambiriria mafactory kuu nigetha anake mandikwo na nigetha tuhote kuongerera barabara iria turaka jameni Kwa sababu njia ya kumaliza umaskini ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba umeweka investment. Sasa kama huna investment, utaondoa umaskini kwa njia ya aina gani? Ndiramo already guku kana kure mutongoria wa mashinani uhotete kuruta basari ya gutwara mwana university. Gutire ona omwe urahotire kuoya guoko na iguru. Ciana cianyu mundu ahituka atuika ni wa guthie university nitwetwo cai nitwetwo harambe nigetha tuhothere mwana ucio tondu gutire mbeca hau ciganite cia gutwara mwana ucio gathome no tuoka haha tukerwo BBI murerwa ti njega ina goro ino ni atongoria gagikuria atiriri we uraheni uguo niguo ni amujumbe ni ukiheo milioni yake aririago mwaka niguo no gwaku githe ndwareherwo milioni igana rimwe githe basari ndiongerereka thina waku niki na mbeca icio irakirutwo ni andu a Kenya othe msituletee ujinga hapa ni wongerera ona ngikorwo ni hagia mujumbe ongeri mbeca iria cirakinya kuu macinani nacio ni cieka atia ni wahota guthomithia mwana utarahota gutho ni wahota guthondeka barabara utarahota guthonde ni wahota guthondeka gathibitari kana gaceceni ga borithi kana gwaka kiganda giguteithia andu aitu hapo ndipo tulipo hapo kadero maundu macio ni twathondeka tu na sheria kuna shida ya kubadilisha akimoria atiriri ari athomu hato mukire othe haha gutire mundu tathomaga ngatheti kana kuigua radio ri riria twagithire tukiuga atiriri okay nitukiambe tukione tugithie senate tukiuga ino formula ri indo ici ri ndiraga indo wega neguo tukiuga ni turenda formula ino wega ona tondu ona wagithie Mathare ri Nairobi ri mundu wa Mathare ri handu horu makiria ona gukinya mundu wi Mandera kana mundu wi Marsabit maisha make neguo nitucenjie formula ino nigetha tuongerere mbeca iria irakinyira aya hapana hiyo hatuwezi kubadilisha twaikara miaka igana o aria marathiuruka micemanio guku makimweraga baya semeni dynasty baya asara tawara riria mari kuu senate ri angikorwo bio makire na bata na hasara uyu ndirakigua arakirirwo ri maregire kuhitukia niki na ithua ria ngetwe hau ri tondu kura tutire ri oguo ndiramwira ku bunge ri tutirihota kuhitukia ri andu magekira uguo ajoga ukona watongoria itu magitwa uguo ri ino tijega oru muru ni oekerea eragirwo o Friday akinya kiria kiingiraga mondo.
I stand here to defend the oath of office that I took to defend the Constitution of Kenya. And that includes giving the devil his due. When the people of Kenya, during public participation, were screaming Kufa Makanga, Kufa Ndereba, they were opposing selective prosecution. They said if Parliament has to hold people accountable, it should not be selective. And I stand here to look at whether this House has complied with the Constitution. Article 150, Clause 2, on the removal of the Deputy President. The grounds for impeachment are set out in Article 145. And pursuant to Article 145, it is purely a political process, but bound by law, especially Article 25, Clause C, which requires that somebody is given a fair hearing. So the removal of the president by impeachment on any ground under Article 145 is a grave matter that involves overturning the sovereign will of the people as expressed in a democratic election. Even more profoundly, it means that the person so removed is prohibited for life from enjoying the rights under Article 38, Clause 3, Paragraph C, to be elected and hold office, to vie for, be elected and hold office. So the constitutional bar that must be cleared for the removal of the president from office is high. The Constitution requires that the removal must be well founded in law, and that's why it prescribes the thresholds. And it must be objective. It is not a simple matter of numbers in the National Assembly and in the Senate. An impeachment is not a vote of no confidence. We must distinguish that. A vote of no confidence is a simple matter with no standards. It's just a political thing that you make, and somebody resigns from office, but he can come back and get to office again. This is an impeachment. So, Article 150, Clause 2 provides that to remove the deputy president, the provisions of Article 144 and 145 relating to the removal of the president, the deputy president, of the president shall apply with the necessary modifications to the removal of the deputy president. The Constitution does not anticipate a situation whereby we apply Article 145 on the removal of the deputy president without modifying it. The phrase is, shall apply with necessary modifications. What modifications has this House made, or the National Assembly made, or Parliament as a collective made to Article 145 before applying it to the Deputy President? Can we impeach the Deputy President using the standard for impeaching the President, when we know very well that the President is immune to prosecution, and therefore the certain standards that apply to him won't apply to the Deputy President? So given that the Deputy President does not enjoy those immunities, how are we protecting him? How are we ensuring that this process is constitutional? It's my submission there's a total failure on Parliament to have proceeded to impeach the Deputy President without making the necessary modifications to Article 145. And you have seen the potholes we have fallen into. It's okay for the President because the President is immune from judicial processes. But is it okay that the Deputy President should be prosecuted using the same standard used for the President? And the drafters of the Constitution
Senator Ali Roba.
It's very unfortunate that the Deputy President is overwhelmed, and I guess that's why he's here, because he's completely crushed. We've not been able to have any conversation with him or even to see him properly, because we came in when the doctors were at it, and therefore we may not be able to talk about his medical status right now. But I'm sure you have heard from even the people who saw him come in. Things were a little bit heavy on him. Yeah, so we just came here to just support the family and support his workers, his support staff. They are really crushed, and we are hoping and praying that he's going to come out of it.
You don't sit in the Senate, but you've just seen what has happened in the Senate. Maybe a sentiment on this as the Deputy President is still in this facility.
It's quite unfortunate that politics has pushed us to the extent that we no longer respect life or dignify life. Because I thought the honorable thing that Senate should have done is to allow the Deputy President to get himself up and continue with the process. But if the Senate has decided that they really do not give weight to the human defeat of the process, then I think we have a lot to rectify in this country.
Basi ni mradi kwamba wanasema iendelee. Naona mama amebanwa sana. Kwa kifupi tu, anza kwa jina na utueleze kwa mtazamo wako, haki inafaa kuchukua mkondo gani?
Kisa na maana, kabla tujaanza kusema nitakana tuongee, mimi naitwa Elizabeth Halush. Na ukweli nayo ni kwamba kilicho na mwanzo lazima kiwe na nini? Na mwisho. Sasa imetuma sisi pia masikio yetu imefanya nini? Imeteguka, kwa sababu kuna siri hatukuwa tumejua, lakini kwa wakati huu tumefinywa mpaka tukakereka.
Wewe unaona mkondo haki unafaa kuchukua mkondo gani?
Jambo la busara, jambo la kwanza, ukweli hatukatai. Liwe liwalo walikuwa kule, hatukatai. Lakini la pili, lazima pia watuangalie sisi huku hivi nje penye tuko. Lazima watuangalie na masikio, lazima ifinywe pia. Walifinyika wenyewe na sasa imetibuka. Sasa tufanye nini? Sasa tuambie ukweli yetu kule iko.
Ni kama ulivyosikia ni kwamba wamesema masikio na yasikie ili haki itendeke. Basi
yule mzee amejua siri ya pale kwa ile gwaride.